I met Florencia Cuenca. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Um, about 9 years ago, 10 years ago, when she was doing an amazing musical by her husband, Jaime Lozano. Florencia, what are you doing now? I'm so excited to be with you today. You have one of the most amazing voices I think I've ever heard. It's
Hi.
completely emotional.
Oh, you're so sweet. I'm so happy to see you. Yes, I can't believe it's been, I would say it's more like 8 years because we've been in the
Nate,
States like for 8 years. We were doing Children of Salt
which
as
is
a
an
part of
amazing
the,
musical.
thank you. Yeah, as a part of the New York Festival musical. And now, 8 years later, I'm here at Cambridge at the American Repertory Theater doing this musical called Real Women Have Curves. It's a new musical. We're having the world premiere here. It's directed by Sergio Trujillo, Tony Award winner, choreographer. And I'm so excited to be here doing what I love and telling this story that it's really important.
Is this also written by Jaime?
No, this is a musical originally written. It's based on a play by Josefina Lopez, who is a Mexican American writer. Then it was a movie that it was one of the
Oh,
first movies America Ferrera did when she was really young. And now it's a musical. It's the book is by Lisa Loomer. The lyrics and the music is by Benjamin Bellis and Joy Huerta.
wow. Now you're also performing at 54 Below.
Yes, I'm so excited that after um, being here in Cambridge for a couple of months, I can go back to the city finally because I miss my home so much and my boys, my husband and my kid. I'm going back to the city to perform at the 54 Below February 7th at 7:30 with my project Broadway in Spanglish. That it's a project where we sing mariachi music, but it's Broadway tunes with mariachi music and in Spanglish.
Ooh,
So it's
cool.
really fun. Yeah, it's a really fun concert, and I think people who loves Broadway tunes appreciate it so much because it's a new take on the music that you already know and that you already love. So it's always fun to listen to new arrangements.
I love stuff like that. As a matter of fact, when I sang 50% of him, I did it with a bolero underneath it.
Oh, I love it. I love that song.
Yeah, I like taking new takes on songs. I like putting different underscoring underneath them.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun.
Now you're also doing a show with Jaime at 54 Below, aren't you?
Yeah, that's the one we're doing together.
Oh, that's the
Because
one you're doing together?
yeah, because
Thought
what
I
he's
thought you were
doing
doing
there.
two different shows.
Say it again.
I thought you were doing two different shows at 54 Below.
No, it's just that one. He's the music director and of course the arrangement for that project.
And what is happening with the Frida Kahlo musical?
Well, as far as I know, they just did the first draft. They delivered it. They are planning on doing readings and workshops this year, hopefully to have uh, out of town production tryout next year.
I hope that that music and you singing it is glorious.
Thank you. Thank you so
Um,
much.
what would you like our readers to know about you?
I would like them to know that um, I am a theater maker who's working really hard to represent my community in musical theater, especially. It's a beautiful form of art that I love so much. And I think that um, sadly, we haven't had many opportunities to be represented in a good way, one. to in an authentic way. And that's what Jaime and I were doing. We're just working really hard. You know us, like either we're doing concerts or writing musicals, or we are I don't know, at Lincoln Center, Joe's Pub, just trying to spread the word out that there's Latino people here who's doing what we love, musicals in this point. And because it's really important to feel seen. And I know that there are many out there that they feel that they don't belong because they have never seen themselves on a Broadway stage, or they have never listened to their genres, genres represented on a Broadway show. So I feel that we are working really hard to make that happen.
When I saw the show K-pop in its originality, one of the questions in the show was why K-pop is so popular all over the world. Why is it not popular in America? And I actually got into trouble because I answered the question and they weren't exactly thrilled with the answer. But I think the answer is because you can't sing to it. You don't know the lyrics, so you don't sing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see and I think that's sometimes true of Latino music, like
Yeah.
the beat you love, you can dance,
Yes.
you don't know the lyric and you don't know how to say the lyric. So do you think that there is a way to blend these so that Americans do sing it because, we're stupid. We only know American
I
English.
think we've learned during the years that that is something that easily could happen, because in the music business right now, and I'm talking about pop, right?
Right.
What we hear on the streets, in the cars, in the radio, like Latino artists, they are so in,
Oh,
really
yeah.
in, and they are number ones on billboards. And that doesn't mean that, because who's listening to that music here, United States, you know?
Definitely.
So it's like that is something that could happen. I also know that there are many, either in music business or plays or musicals, there are many Mexican American or mix of people who speak Spanish but also speak English. And what we are doing is doing this thing in Spanglish. So
Which I think is
no
brilliant.
one no one feels left out. And because you know the context of the story or the music or the you can blend those two languages and don't feel uncomfortable because you're not understanding something.
Right. No, I actually started off singing opera
Uh-huh.
and I quit because I am horrible at languages. I mean, I'm barely good at English. And I I I couldn't get my emotions out in the words because I didn't know what the words were. And it drove me crazy. I mean, it
Yeah.
seriously drove me. Um, and I think that one of the things that you do so brilliantly is that you manage to get the emotion out so well
Mm, thank
in
you.
both English, Spanish, and
Spanglish.
say
Thank you. Thank you so much.
no, like I wish I could speak languages. I think you have to have an ear for that. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'm missing it. Um, I am. It's so sad. As you well know, I called Jaime Jamie for the longest time, and he never corrected me, uh, which I thought was the sweetest thing in the total world. Um, but I think that there's so many people that you touch because of how you do what you do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your words.
No, I mean it. Um, Tell us a little bit about Women with Curves.
It's a musical that tells a story about Anna, who is an 18-year-old girl who got into Columbia University, and she wants to go there and study, but she's the only citizen in her family. So she has this guilt that she cannot leave home because she's the only citizen. She's the one who does all the paperwork, the bank stuff, and the family of Anna, they have a garment factory, and I'm the older sister, Estela. And Estela is she has her own dreams. She wants to be a fashion designer, but of course, because she doesn't have the opportunity of being a citizen, she makes dresses and she's really good at it. But she don't she doesn't have like um, either the means or the opportunities to, to grow. So we started this musical, seeing how Anna is going to deliver the news to the family, saying that she got into Colombia. And at the same time, Estela in the factory received the opportunity to make 200 dresses in 3 weeks, which is crazy and it's impossible. But she's like, I need this for the business. Let's do it. I will make it happen. And the
So
musical is about
deceiving.
that.
So
You see,
deceiving.
yeah, you see 5, 6 Latina women on stage working to make dreams come true. I think it's a very important subject because we talk about immigration, we talk about body image, because we talk about also generational trauma and how sometimes the things that our mom said to us affected us in a way that we cannot go further. So how do we manage that? There is a number when we are talking about liberation, but mostly in the mind, and we remove our clothes on stage because it's really hot. It's summer in Los Angeles without AC or something, and we start like to strip down because it's so hot in the factory. And I think more, it's really powerful to see Latinas, curvy, on stage, existing in our body. Sometimes we want to hide it, and it's like, no, you're not skinny enough. You're not, and we're just there being ourselves. And the response from the audience has been amazing. They love it, and it's something that they have never seen before, which I think it's really interesting.
You're at one of my favorite places, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just think that is one of the best think tanks for musicals that there is.
totally,
I know
totally.
it used to be the O'Neill and there was some other places, but they've disappeared and Cambridge has come up and
Yes,
here
yes,
we are.
Cambridge is great. It's amazing.
So when can we see you next?
I think the next project is Broadway in Spanglish, February 7 on the 54 Below. And hopefully, we're working to release my Broadway in Spanglish album, Jaime and I, and we're going to release it
Oh,
so we can listen to it in platforms and listen to, I don't know, 8, 10 songs with full mariachi and Spanglish songs.
if you had to give a song to the world to sing as an anthem, what would it be?
Mm, I'm gonna be like so fan of Jaime, but Jaime has a song that it's called Dreamer.
Oh yeah.
That at least I think even the crankiest person in this world has dreams, and they've had to. We all have to sacrifice some things in order to make our dreams come true, and it's not always like beautiful and this pink world where everything is easy and everything happens. No, you have to pick your battles, but also sometimes when you get what you want, it's amazing, right? So I would say like Dreamer by Jaime Lozano.
I love that. Do me a favor. You get to say your name this time so I don't mess it up. We
Yes,
are with,
Florencia Cuenca.
I love you. Hey,
Thank you.
if you can't get it right, you find ways to
Yeah,
get it.
yes, thank you.